Hey everyone, Daunter here. If you don't know who I am, I'm a Pokemon card YouTuber. I review the many artists of the Pokemon TCG, and I've been sharing my opinions a little bit more often. Here's another opinion that I'm going to share right now before we get into this video. This cat, I have a picture of a cat. I think it's really silly. It's a really funny picture of a cat. Check it out. I'll do daily cats. Why not? Who doesn't love cats? I think that picture is pretty funny. Anyways. I'm trying to get to 600 subs, so if you like the video, subscribe. Anyways. Wait, I'm totally on the wrong website. Boom. Alright, we're going to be talking about the Team Glory Team Rocket, the art rares, and the special art rares. What people actually want to see. People don't care about the regular cards. People only care about the art rares and the special art rares. I have a video explaining stuff about this set, but I never really got to take a good look into the actual cards of the set fully, you know, get a good time to appreciate them. So we're going to start off with the first card revealed here, which is a Spite Ups by NC Empire. Now, if you did watch that other video, you'll see that I really love this card. I really love this card. I actually really like when NC Empire tests out these like more interesting styles, and I think the prominent amount of green totally fits with the Pokemon, as it is a generally pretty green Pokemon, but it also works for that kind of like toxic poison effect that Team Rocket kind of is associated with, and it just makes the card pop nicely. You got black, green, and like a kind of tan color on the Pokemon itself. Other than that, the colors are like pretty simplistic, but in a good way. It's very stylized. It's very nice looking too. We have the Houndoom by Nagimiso. I like this card. I think it looks really cool. I love how Houndoom is kind of jumping into the air. Like that dynamic shot is really great, and I like how Nagimiso kind of makes Houndoom look more muscular. I don't know if that's the proper term to use there, but I think Houndoom looks really cool in this card. It just looks really strong, really powerful, and the trainer, his name is Archer, I think, right? He looks cool, and I like how he's like looking up at the Pokemon. Blaziken art rare by Kodama. Now, I'm actually surprised that they gave Blaziken an art rare in the set, as I feel like Blaziken is a Pokemon that doesn't Blaziken is a Pokemon that kind of gets a lot of love. So it's cool to see an art rare of Blaziken. And it's a nice looking art rare. I like how dynamic his leg is as he's kicking. And I like how like angry he looks. I just wish the background was a little bit more visible, but other than that, great art rare. Already talked about the Clamperl in a previous video. Already talked about the Wobbuffet in a previous video. Already talked about this awesome card in a previous video. But we have the Team Rocket's Weezing with, I don't even know his name, by Yukihiro Tada. This card is great. I love it. I like how simple it is, but it also is very effective. I like how the ground is kind of torn up here. You see some bricks kind of underlying, and you have like the Weezing who's just looking up into the sky. I like the little guy on the side here. He's a little silly. And then the trainer looks pretty cool as well. I think the environment looks great, honestly. We have the Murkrow, Team Rocket's Murkrow by Akira Komayama. I love this card. I really love this card a lot. I think that the colors really pop. It really reminds me of that Miraidon Scarlet and Violet promo that we got for the ETBs, as it has like that kind of neo futuristic aesthetic. And really nice one at that. And I think it just looks really good. Next, we have the Zamazenta. I already talked about that. But then we have the Raticate by Mekayu. I really like this card. I love how expressive Raticate is in the illustrations. Many different Raticate, but they're all doing different things. Like you have one climbing here, you have one chewing on the rope, you have one like scounging in the ground, you have one like eating up dirt, and you have one running along. You also have one like kind of like looking over to the side. And you have like the Team Rocket Grunt, who's like little evil, menacing little man. Perfect vibe for a Team Rocket card. Probably one of my favorite art rares in the set. Meowth talked about that one already. And then the Kangaskhan, also by Mekayu. They got two art rares in the set, which is kind of surprising. It's very cute. I think that like Quagsire just looks pretty silly in this card. And I like how the sun is drawn with that kind of like orangish sun. It's a very nice style. And Kangaskhan is cool as well. Full arts, I don't really talk about full arts. Yeah, just full arts. And the Persian is pretty cool. I like his face. Giovanni. The Giovanni full art looks really cool as well. I think Akagi did a really good job on that card. All the full arts look good. But we're here to talk about the special art rare. So we got the Moltres special art rare by Akira Gawa. This card is fantastic. Akira Gawa is my personal favorite artist in the Pokemon TCG. I really love the intense colors in this card, and I love this like swirl that kind of goes around the Pokemon. The fire effects are obviously fantastic, and the trainer looks really stunning. He looks like very reserved and like kind of not in focus, but you also have the city in the background, which is hyper detailed and very nice. So overall, a very great card. we have a Team Rocket's Mewtwo by Iwamoto05. I've talked in depth about this card already in my other video talking about this set. But this card is fantastic in my personal opinion. Love how Giovanni looks. I like the kind of expression that he's got. It's very menacing, but also kind of subdued. I love the expression on like Mewtwo's face. It's kind of an anticipation, like what is going to happen. And then the explosive like red and blue looks fantastic as well. Mixed with that city in the background, I think the card just looks great. Next, we have the Team Rocket's Nidoking by Uninori. This card out of the 4 is probably my least favorite, but it is still pretty cool. I like how Nidoking is very expressive, and I like how it's creating like cracks in the ground as it's like Team Rocket's kind of appearance in Giovanni's ground-type gym, so it works pretty well in that sense. And then finally, we have Crobat. I mistakenly said this was by Nel last time, but this is actually by Kochi 8i. This artist is fantastic. It's a really great looking card with so much like expressive movement in it. Like the Team Rocket grunt, you have her like kind of in the back, but she's kicking her foot out, and you can see it all the way over here in the front. You have a bunch of different like they're jumping out in all different angles, and you have like the Crobat in the foreground here, kind of like exploding out. It just looks fantastic. We have the, I don't even know her name, the Team Rocket lady by Yoshioka, who's a very recent artist, I do believe. But this card is also quite nice. It's a very good illustration of this trainer. I don't particularly personally care for this trainer, but it is still a nice illustration, and I like the kind of glimmer on the effect there. And then we have the Giovanni alt art by KRGC. This is probably my favorite one out of the trainers, and probably one of my favorite cards in the set. It's just so like expressive, and it's just so inviting, but in a menacing way. It showcases all the different trainers, and it does a really good job at doing that, and I think it looks really great. That's enough said. Mewtwo gold card looks very good, and the Crobat gold card, which also looks very good. I think we got a good mix of everything in this set. I can't complain about anything in this set, personally. I think all the art rares look fantastic. I mean, obviously, I'm somebody who's more biased towards liking all the illustrations, as I am somebody who just genuinely really likes the illustrations of the Pokemon TCG. But regardless, like, whether I like it or whether I don't like it, I can be honest sometimes. And I think, honestly, I do think there's not a single card in this set that I vehemently hate or am very upset about being in this set, you know? There's not, like, a single card where I'm, like, looking at it like, man, why are you in this set? Like, I'm kind of disappointed. Nowhere in this set am I sitting here pretending like I'm disappointed at any of these cards. You know, that's that. I think the set is good. I think it's good. Sue me, you know, like, I think it's good. I obviously think it's good if I said it was good in my other video. But again, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I make a lot of videos, and I'm trying to make more. So, you know, wouldn't you want to join, like, that kind of adventure? It sounds kind of awesome. Especially with somebody as amazing and cool and incredible as me. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.